In this video, I will be setting up log shipping so that it can be used to ingest logs into the FusionReactor Cloud. Using a logging agent, you can send additional logs hosted on your servers themselves with only minor configuration. It only takes a few minutes and will give you additional insight into your product and the logs it produces, so you can quickly investigate and pinpoint issues. You can ingest logs from sources including, but not limited to, Nginx, IIS, Docker, databases, or any other service using a login agent such as Promtail, Logback, or Log4j. To send logs, you can use other logging clients besides Promtail, such as Logback, fluentbit, fluentd, and others. For my example, I'm using Docker with two containers, one for Promtail and the other with my application generating a log. Promtail requires a YAML configuration file containing the credentials to connect to FusionReactor Cloud, as well as a log scraping target. Create the YAML file and open it in a text editor. Now add the required content to this YAML file. Be careful here, as the YAML syntax is very sensitive. You'll need to replace the credentials under clients with the API key to authenticate with our ingest endpoints. Generate a new API key. Go to your account settings in FusionReactor Cloud. Click on API keys, then generate to create a new key. Now that the API key has been created, we can carry on with our logging agent implementation. Replace username with your FusionReactor username and your password with the API key. Under path, replace the file path with the location of your log file. Wildcards are acceptable here. For example, *log will scrape all files with a .log extension, or you can use the exact file name if preferred. In my example, the path is pointing to a location within my application container where the log is being generated. Now for the Docker Compose YAML file. In mine, I have a container for my application and a container for Promtail. It pulls the latest version of the Promtail image, mounts the location of a YAML configuration file that we've created into the container, and tells Promtail with the command to use this file instead of the default file contained in the image. Now we can use our compose file to bring the containers up with the docker compose up command. Promtail is now up and running and will scrape the log folder we specified in our config file. Now if we navigate to FusionReactor Cloud, click on Logging, then Events, we can see that the lines that have been scraped by Promtail from the log have been sent to the cloud. So as you can see, log shipping is a powerful tool to pull logs from your servers. This is just one example of the many implementations to use log shipping with FusionReactor.